They've taken him down. Okay, the ogre is down. The swordsman can now focus on the grunt infantry. We have another ogre coming in this side, but it looks like the orcs have managed to push around the side. They're going to be getting into melee with the archers, and they're going to be doing a ton of damage. But the swordsman, oh my god. Welcome, everybody, to Epic Fantasy Battle Simulator. This is my army of archers on top of this hill. And coming for us is a big army. Swordsman after swordsman storm through the valley. They do have shields, they do have heavy armor, but will it be enough to stop the onslaught from the archers on top of the hill? Of course, once they get up there, they will be at the advantage, taking them down in melee, but the arrows are starting to come in. Here they come down on top of our men. Oh my god. It's starting to happen. How many are we losing? It looks like the shields are doing little bits here. Some of them are moving backwards. They've decided that they don't like being shot, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do enough. But oh my word, all the arrows are coming in now. This is a lot. We can see we have a ton of archers up here trying to do what they can. But if this doesn't look like a scene from Lord of the Rings, I don't know what does. Oh, but the swordsmen are managing to get around the back. They might actually make it up to the top here. It looks like they're going to start the slaughter. Archers on top of the hill doing what they can. They are starting to point blank these guys now, and the swordsmen are taking a hell of a lot of damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The melee has started. Will the archers fight back in melee, or are they just going to stick to using their bows? It looks like they're just going to stick to using their bows, and they are taking a hell of a lot of damage because of it. But the first rank of swordsmen has gone down. Oh my god. So as you can tell, it's kind of similar to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, but this focus is definitely more on the fantasy side. And whilst I'm using swordsmen and archers at the moment, which, you know, isn't all that fantasy, what we're going to get onto a little bit later may just blow your mind. We can see there's still a lot of swordsmen down here taking some hits, but all these dead bodies, they are just sitting ducks. Right, I'm going to play as one of the archers for a second here. Yes, you can get down in the battle. Oh, got a good hit there. Now, from what I played of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, this, even though it's kind of like a heavily inspired fantasy version of it, actually feels a lot better in terms of possessing units and taking control of them. It feels like they put a lot of effort into that part of the game. Like, you can hold shift to zoom in, get a few hits in there. You can sort of just fire off into the crowd and get hits because these guys, there's so many of them at this point. But as we fast forward, we're going to start to see them chunk through the archers. It looks like the main force of the army is getting up, and oh yes, here we go. Oh, this is brutal. Now, of course, we can also slow down the fighting a bit. We can get a really good look of what's going on down here. Oh, yes. What a beautiful sight to behold. And the last few swordsmen, I'm going to take control of one of them. Come on, lads. Come to me. Oh, I instantly took control, and he instantly dies. Congratulations, Team 1 is victorious. Okay, so this is how the game works. It's still very early. It only came out a few weeks ago, so there's still a lot to be done on it. And there are 3 maps. Most of them are pretty similar, so you'll get a decent idea. As you can see, this is the map we've been playing on. There's a nice little valley. And here are all our units. You've got the West Kingdoms, which are sort of like, you know, your normal swordsmen. So you've got swordsman lads there. You can set them up like so. They look pretty cool. You can see the swordsmen with shields, as we just saw before. You've got your long swords as well, which look absolutely awesome. And of course, your bowmen, who we've already seen. We've got dwarf slayers. Oh yes, they look beautiful. Dwarf kingsguard. Okay, these guys are massive. We got orc destroyers and orc skewers. They look pretty badass. These guys are terrifying over here. Look at them. Now, most of the factions have like similar. You've got your shieldsmen, you've got your swordsmen, you've got your bigger swordsmen, and you've got your spearmen, and of course you've got your archers. That's what most of them are like, as you can see with the undead as well. The undead, I don't know, they're all right, but they're not great. But the ogres and the monsters is when it gets interesting. Oh yes. Let's hope Gandalf doesn't come across one of these big boys. And of course you've got your Ents. I mean, they're called oak trees in this because I'm sure they probably couldn't call them Ents. Now, whilst this is called Fantasy Simulator, as you can tell, it's very much inspired by a particular trilogy of films. Okay, so I've set them all to separate teams. Let's just see what goes on here. Off we go, lads. Oh, I feel so bad for these guys in the middle. Oh, the Ents are crushing them. I wonder who's going to win, Ents versus ogres, though. That's going to be an interesting one. Here they come, clashing up against each other. The Ents be stomping, the ogres be whacking. Oh my god, there's more fatty ogres over this way, just destroying the orcs. I mean, the demon guys are coming through. The humans are sort of having their own battle here, but I don't think they're really going to stand a chance against, well, these guys. Ent time. Oh, this is cool. Hello, ogre. Oh. Oh. Oh, you can left click to do a normal attack, and of course you can middle mouse button to do a heavy attack. I think the Ents just have so much health that they're just not going to die. Don't know about the demon guys, but yeah, I don't think we've lost a single Ent yet. What can man do against such reckless hate? It is the realms of men versus an undead horde. These guys are ready with their shields at the start, and of course behind them they've got some long swordsmen. Flanks, they have spearmen to try and defend each side, and of course archers at the back. But what's coming over the hill is worse than a monster. Undead hordes are absolutely brutal. Not only are there swarms of undead infantry, but also ogres as well, who seem to be running a lot faster than I ever thought they could. Led by the demon lord coming over the hill. He is going to be a challenge, to be sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how these archers fare. I mean, the front line is going to have to hold pretty well, while most of the damage is done by the archer lot. Now, I don't know if these guys are going to go... Oh, it looks like the ogres are going around the edge. Well, fortunately, that's why I did put spears there, just so they can defend the sides. But I think most are going to be coming up the center. I don't know if I put enough swordsmen here now. I think they're going to get absolutely swamped. Let's just hope they manage to defend. We have one ogre leading the charge around the side with a lot of undead. These guys are heavier armored undead as well. They're not just your basic grunts. The demon lord is taking up the rear though. Oh, the archers have started to fire. Okay, the undead at the start don't have shields, so they are taking a lot of damage. I wonder if anyone's going for that ogre. The ogre doesn't look like he's taken too much damage, and he's sending people flying now. The swordsmen are really going to have to deal with this lad. He's going to be doing most of the damage. It doesn't look like the archers are... Oh, they've taken him down. Okay, the ogre is down. The swordsman can now focus on the grunt infantry. We have another ogre coming on this side. The spearmen doing what they can, but being just sent absolutely flying. Speaking of holding, this swordsman line is starting to crumble. There just looks like there's too many, and there's more coming in at the back as well. Oh dear, another ogre is coming in. Now, he was taken down pretty quickly by the arrows, but as we can see, not all the arrows are going to be able to be firing. Hold the line, hold the line. The last few swordsmen are doing what they can, but... I think they're going to go down. The first bit of undead has broken through, so the charge has been called. Long swordsmen are going in. They are taking some hits, especially from these spears. They've got the extra range from the undead there. The long swordsmen are swinging wildly. Uh-oh, I'm seeing a whip. It looks like the demon lord has started to come in. Oh god, yes. We are taking a lot of damage here. Come on, lads. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, god. These guys do a hell of a lot of damage, and they've taken down my character. Where's the body of the demon lord? Surely he's gone down somewhere. But our spearmen have all but been slaughtered on this side. Fortunately, our archers are now starting to focus their fire on these guys, but Jesus Christ, man. This is quite something. This is definitely quite something. Oh, but it looks like the archers have managed to help just enough. So some of the spearmen have survived, and they are victorious. Okay, let's have a look at the damage. So there's not many spearmen left on this side. I mean, the front line of swordsmen is all but demolished. I mean, all the shields have gone, unfortunately, but there are a few guys still left alive. But we did manage to take down the demon lord, but I still don't know where he actually is. I guess his body is despawned or something. But yeah, their archers at the back have all been taken down as well. Oh, that was a close one, but they survived. Okay, so here is our final hurrah. The dwarves versus the orcs. We have a lot of dwarf shield bearers. Of course, we've got blacksmiths that are going to take the front. They are the poorest, and of course, they don't really own proper weapons, so they're just going in with a hammer, but they're going to be the most eager and younger ones that want to prove themselves. At the back here, we have some dwarven bowmen. In the middle, I think we have some dwarven slayers, which are going to be the real hard hitters. And finally, some Kingsguard here that are just going to hold up the rear in case. Over on the other side, though, we have what looks to be the orc army, who are charging in fast with piercers at the front that look mostly just to be holding clubs. Interesting, but what a sight to see. This game is god damn beautiful. But a charge is coming in here. Oh my god, the first ranks. Of course, both sides have their weaker troops at the start. Oh, but we see some arrows coming in here. The dwarves are letting loose a little bit. Okay, they are firing over the tops of their troops, but it looks like the orcs have managed to push around the side. They're going to be getting into melee with the archers, and they're going to be doing a ton of damage. You can see the orc lines here are trying to hold, but the dwarves have managed to take over the initiative on the left flank, especially with their spearmen coming around. They are hacking and slashing through these spears on the orc side, and of course they're going to start hitting the orc archers as well. It looks like the dwarves have really taken that left flank, but the dwarven right flank has been overwhelmed by orcs. You can see though they are still holding. These guys are doing a lot of damage. Where are our King's Guard? I want to see what they're doing. We can see our orc two-handers going in there. They are slicing. Oh, but they are fighting the King's Guard, and the King's Guard look like they are the stronger unit here. I think damage is being taken from both sides, especially from archers, but it looks like the dwarves are starting to come out on top. The last few orc remaining infantrymen are up here, and it looks like it might just be archers for the orc side very, very soon. Even this right flank for the dwarves has been recaptured. They have taken back the initiative on this side, and many, many of the orcs are going down. You can see they're even starting to flank around the back. Oh my word, it's going to be an absolute slaughter in the center. The last few orcs, what must they be seeing now? Oh my god, the orcs are being absolutely slaughtered. And well, that was the end. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been a really fun video to make, so let me know down in the comments if you want me to make any others. But the swordsman, oh my god. But I will leave you with this final battle. The Ents versus swordsmen. Thousands of them. Absolute thousands. There's 61,000 swordsmen here with 4,000 Ents. Jesus Christ. A true sight to behold. This has been the Epic Fantasy Battle Simulator. It is a lot of fun, and I really want to make some more content on this, so let me know what you want to see. But leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, guys. Leave a dislike if you didn't. But until then, I will see you in the next one.